Hello there, everybody. It's Jesse. Those were less jazz hands, more like wax on, wax off hands. I'm training to become a karate master, apparently. And this is Revenge of the Q&A. I've got questions. Wait, no. You've got... Well, I do have those. I've got answers to the questions which you have in the hat here. We'll get to that in a second. I have some announcements first, as usual, per this thing that we do. First, there's a SMITE tournament coming up. It is a paid promotion, and by law, by contractual obligation, I must tell you of it. So, there. It is gonna be next week, I think? Or the week after on Polaris. I'm in it. Go there. It's me versus TB and a bunch of other people. Dodger. I think the premise is Dodger and I are noobs, and everyone else is teaching us how to play SMITE, which is pretty accurate. That's pretty accurate of what happened. Also, this week I got a lot of questions about shirts. Apparently, you are in need of clothing. So, Game Tees is launching a new line of stuff for me. A shirt very similar to what was at CoxCon, except it's a American flag instead of a... What is that? No, not Old Glory. What the shit is that? Not the stars and bars. You know, the thing that they almost lost the blue part of, because... Whatever, you know, TB. The TB flag. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna get a lot of angry messages from the Brits. Union Jack! That's it! That took me far too long to figure out. An unnecessarily large amount of time was spent on that for something that isn't even on the shirt that we're talking about. Yeah, so... Confusion and t-shirts are coming from Game Tees. I'm also talking to Rodeo Arcade about making a t-shirt. We'll see where that goes. I want it to be really, really silly, and I don't know how far down the crazy pipeline they're willing to go with it. But once I saw TB's, like, metallic shirt, I really wanted to make a trashy metallic shirt. So we'll see what happens with that. And finally, before we get on to these questions here, I have a curator page on Steam. So if you go there, you'll see all the story-driven games that I like. I tried to keep it just that. So even though there's a lot of other games I love, just story-driven games are there. And be sure to follow it. It is pretty great so far. Top 10, what? And yeah, that's it. Let's do this thing. Question the first. This comes from Nex, spelled N-E-K-Z, Neeks. Hey Jesse, I just wanted to ask what you thought of the Season 3 of Korra, as I know you weren't the biggest fan of the first and second. Yeah, no, I disliked the first and second seasons a lot. I felt like Season 1 was good, but not great. And Season 2 was all over the place. Just all over the place. But Season 3 I really, really liked. Some of the voice acting was a little wonky. Bad guys. But other than that, I thought it was really well done. I loved the ending. I thought the ending was like, finally we have a reason to watch a Season 4 if they make a Season 4. So I guess they said it was already done and will be online when it comes out. But no, that was awesome. That was a really great season. It was everything I missed about the old Avatar in the new one. So thumbs up on that. Shout out to Janet Varney, who does Korra. We've hung out once, so I assume we're besties. She did an amazing job, like phenomenal job during this season. So all the thumbs up. And yeah, I guess that's it. I would recommend watching this one, but you have to watch the first two. You have to struggle through the first two to get to a good season. So whatevs. Question the second. This comes from Chan Hannah. Can Duger and other friends come to the next CoxCon, please, Jossie? Please? Well, sure. I mean, my plan right now when it comes to CoxCon 2015 is we're in the planning stages to figure out if we can make it more than just what it turned out to be last time. Last time I wanted to do a get-together and have some fun, and what happened is I stood in a corner and signed autographs all night, which is fine, but I feel like we could do more than that, more than just a meet and greet. So we're looking at maybe a 2-day thing similar to BlizzCon, trying to find a location, and if that goes down, I will definitely make it my objective in life to get my friends there to be a part of it. We'll see what happens. You will definitely have to pay money to go, though. Last time we didn't know how many people were going to be there, and it was insane. So this time we need solid numbers, which requires you pay money. And maybe we'll try to break even. As much as I want to spend a ton of money again on a get-together, I feel like we might be able to at least recoup some losses. I almost threw up in my mouth a little bit there, thinking about just exactly how expensive that whole thing was. But you know what? It was fun. I had a blast, and I definitely want to do it again. So this time we're a lot more planning is going on. Shout out to Shabuzi, all those guys. What? This is me today. I'm all about raising the roof. I'm bringing it back, kids. I'm bringing it back. They did a lot of the work. Shabuzi really did a lot of the work, so they get all the credit. And hopefully they will continue to do all the work. Wink. Let's see. What do we got here? Final question. Question the third. This comes from Asterinin? Look, Matt. His name's Matt. Out of all the games or movies you've seen, which of them, if you had any choice, would you live in? I get this question all the time. That's my phone. That's my you've got this question before alarm. In my opinion, I would live in Middle Earth because despite the Orc conflict, I love the medieval history. Okay. So, first off, you're insane. Middle Earth would be awful. Why would you want to live there? Why? That place is horrible. Unless you're Aragorn and or one of a few unlikely hobbits or one singular dwarf or elf, you are just screwed. Everyone dies horribly there. Everyone. And you don't even think about toilet paper. You'd be using your hand. They didn't show that part. They didn't show that part where Aragorn only shakes with his right hand because his left hand's used for wiping his ass. They didn't show you that part. Me, if I had to live in a book, it would be like one of those sexy adult novels where I was like, his name was Raul Sanchez, and he was the sexiest man alive in Puerto Vallarta until old Baroness von Happy Slap came there looking for love, and she stole his heart. That's where I would live. Or one of those trashy, like, dime store novels that's like, they called her the Deep Throat. I want to be in those. Screw Middle Earth. I want to be in those. That's where I would like to be. Bone Town. That's a game that I could get behind. I want to be in that. I want to be in that world. What are you talking about, Middle Earth? You have lost your mind. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. And as always, to be continued.